No way.
No fucking way. What?
How did we not see this coming? If you don't know what I'm talking about yet, you definitely don't want to miss out on this, as this has huge impact on the seasons to come. Since season 1, after Nezuko's family got murdered and she got bit, Tanjiro's been carrying her around in a box to keep her safe during the day. So at night, naturally, she's going to come out of the box and help Tanjiro fight. She is in control. She is in full control of her powers and herself, though. It seems that she gets more and more control over the seasons go. But she was in full control of her powers so much so that at the end of season 2, she actually ends up saving everybody. If it wasn't for her, everybody probably would have died from that poison. So we all know that the trope of this show is that every single demon that steps into the light immediately turns to ash. There's no exceptions, even down to Mutsan Kabuchiji himself, the first demon, also cannot step into the daylight as it will burn him instantaneously. Well, all of that is about to change these next few seasons, because in the last episode of the season finale of this show, they actually show that Nezuko has now become immune to the sun, which is insane. It has such big implications. After the big fight when Tanjiro was fighting with the upper moon, he actually ends up having to sacrifice Nezuko to go off and kill the demon, so that way they can make sure he doesn't obviously go off and kill more people, and he doesn't know which to pick at first, but Nezuko obviously ends up kicking him off of her to make him go for the demon, knowing that this is what they should be doing. After he kills the demon, he is distraught. He's on the ground crying, doesn't know what to say, just super upset that he had to sacrifice his own sister when he'd only gotten this far to find a cure for his sister. When the townsfolk, the 3 villagers that he ended up saving, tell him to turn around, and Nezuko's right there standing in the sun perfectly fine, actually starts talking, which is insane. I don't know if the sun managed to burn off part of the demon or something like that, and so she's able to actually talk now, which is actually incredible. I cannot believe that they actually went this way. But that's not it, because after she actually becomes immune to the sun, somehow Mutsan Kabuchiji knows, obviously because he has eyes everywhere and every demon, he knows that Nezuko now is immune to the sun, which is what he's been waiting for. He has been consistently turning people into demons to eventually find the one that will actually be able to fight off the sun and become immune to it. And now that he's found that one, he goes crazy. He cuts the 2 heads off of the 2 of the women that come into his room when he's pretending to be the child, doesn't give a shit about them, walks off and knows that he has to end up killing Nezuko to absorb her, to take her powers to become the perfect being, rather than being who he is now, which is, weak to the sun. And after that scene, we actually get a scene where Tomiya, I believe that's her name, Tamiya, actually is writing back to Tanjiro, talking to him about how while she's studying Nezuko's blood, she sees that it's constantly changing and evolving and becoming better. And so eventually she comes to the conclusion, as she sends the cat off, that Nezuko will probably end up becoming immune to the sun, which we do actually end up seeing coming to fruition probably within the last few seconds of her being burnt alive. She's like, oh, this is it, I gotta do it. So she ends up actually getting it done and becoming immune to the sun at the last possible second, which Tomiya actually knew was gonna happen. This season of Demon Slayer was so good, man. We also get some backstory on how Mutsan Kabuchiji becomes the first demon as well. So there's a little bit of that in there, which I didn't think we were going to get for a while. I thought that was going to be much further down the road, but they actually just show us a little bit as to how he, came to become the first demon, which is, from him having some sickly illness and a doctor giving him some remedy that actually makes him immortal in a sense, besides going into sunlight, and he ends up killing that doctor because he thinks that doctor is actually a fucking idiot. And so he actually turns into the fucking idiot because he needed that doctor to continuously give him that medicine and keep evolving it to where he would become immune to sunlight and be the perfect being. Everything being wrapped up so nicely and just put a nice little bow on top. I cannot wait to see what they actually got going on. They've already confirmed the development of season 4, and they're already working on that, and I guarantee they'll probably have that out within the next year. It seems like Demon Slayer is not willing to slow down. This show's got so much more potential and such a long road ahead of it. I can just tell that it's going to be going for a while. And this is why most people, including myself, consider Demon Slayer to be one of the top animes of this generation. It's so good, man, and it has such a decent story. But the animation style is really what gets me, man. When Nezuko was walking towards Tanjiro after she had, potentially burned off, the animation style of her walking through that grass up to them was so good, and I just don't understand how they even do it, man. It just looks so different from all of their animes. They're at the top right now. You can't beat Demon Slayer when it comes to animation. If you guys like the content here, I do actually do this with a lot of different animes. I will be doing a season finale of Hell's Paradise and Oshinoko as well, so this won't be the only one I do, but I'm gonna start pumping out more and more actual videos rather than shorts. So if you guys do like the content, I would appreciate a subscribe. I appreciate all of you guys for sticking around until the very end and giving me a chance and letting me talk about this season of Demon Slayer. I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing, and until next time, peace.